It's a little after 8 in the morning. You're probably still working on your cornflakes, but for those of us who are up early, we're about to end our work day. We're already focused on lunch. So this got us thinking, how is the business lunch changing in New York? Lunchtime at Delmonico's, a restaurant founded in 1837, and a good place to see how the business of lunch has changed.
You know, you had Mark Twain's 70th birthday party here, Abraham Lincoln in the same room, Tesla dining at your restaurant. The history, and you know, people look around the room like, wow, I'm sitting in the same space, in the same exact location where all these other folks have been, you know, dining.
Dennis Tursanovic has been working at Delmonico since his father purchased the restaurant 2 decades ago, and he's seen a lot of changes.
In 1998, being 21 years old, you know, managing this restaurant, I used to come to work, and there was a lunch at the bar that consists of 3 scotches, 3 martinis, and cigar smoking, cigarettes.
Tursanovic says smoking has been replaced by smartphones, which create their own toxic issues for diners and staff. By the time the person does their Instagram and checks their email and maybe takes a call, they're spending more time at the table.
And in a very busy environment, I need to turn that table. It's really hard to have, you know, somebody sit there for 2.5, 3 hours on their phone while we're trying to run our business, especially if they're not spending money. It just comes to a point where, you know, it's like when people are asking you to get off a plane, your flight is over and you just stay on the plane for an extra 1.5 hours on your phone. I find it that disturbing.
One of the regulars at Delmonico's is Michael Klein, an insurance executive who eats lunch there 3 or 4 times every week. Klein says younger colleagues who chow down at their desk are not nourishing their client relationships.
What they're missing out on is the actual enjoyment of getting together with, you know, other people and having that rapport, which they don't get when they're in the cloud.
According to the restaurants we surveyed, the average lunch tab in New York has declined over the past 20 years, adjusting for inflation. They say it's because corporations have cut down on the amount of alcohol employees are allowed to put on their expense reports. Jamie just asked me what I ate when we were at Delmonico's. I didn't stay for lunch.
He didn't have lunch.
We were there before it opened. Dennis at Delmonico's told me, though, that they're doing a bigger evening business than they used to because they're in the financial district and there are more people living there now.
That used to be a dead zone after 5 or 6 o'clock.
This is part of a national trend, though.
It is. And you know, what's interesting is credit card companies did a survey on this, and they found, and it's not that surprising, that people spend a lot more money when they eat out in the South. They spend about $1,240 dining out every year. Northeasterners spend just over $1,000 a year on lunch, and they spend the least in the Midwest, $866. They don't talk about what the West Coast is. I imagine it's comparable to New York.
These stats never apply to New York because everything's triple the price.
Well, yeah, you're not spending, that's not even if you're ordering in at your desk, probably, if you add it up.
We're asking you about this on Twitter. Here's how the Twitter poll results are shaping up.
Woo!
3/4 of those who responded said they eat at their desk every day. The next one there is people who eat at their break room, and then a fraction of those who responded.
That's 90% of people who are eating at work, not leaving.
The rest, Stacey, on eating in the car is not listed.